Hi everyone, Jacqueline here. So today I am working on the boulevard and I've been putting the nepta in and it's been a slow process. I started and then my camera battery ran low, so I had to start over, and then all the neighbors wanted to visit. So I'm in the middle of the football game, so you're going to see this probably in the morning. And so I've been coming out between eating and everything to keep shooting the video and try to get some of these plants in. So this is what we're working with. I tried to dig this area. The ground is rock hard. And even though it's been watered and everything, it's really rock hard. So I am building up the soil and cutting the root balls in half and then putting them in. And I did that in the backyard and it was very successful. And I do have some cardboard here to use. So we're gonna roll through here and fill in some more dirt and put some more plants in. And that is the project today. All right, so I have my 30% sand in there, topsoil manure mix. That's what I'm putting on. That's what I use all over. And then sheet mulching with the cardboard here. So I'm gonna mix this up now, and then we'll dump it on there and plant some more plants in there. I'm doing 3 of the purple nepta here. I'm gonna have to trim some of them back. And oh, the wind's picking up again. I'll have to water later. These are gonna need a good soak. It went down to +4 Celsius last night. Very cool. So it definitely feels like fall now. Mind you, quite honestly, other than a little bit of a stretch there and a couple days here, our weather's been very cold. In fact, the neighbors are telling me that they aren't going to get anything off their tomatoes this year because it's just been too cold. So that's kind of the year we're having here in Sask, is a very cool summer. I am hopeful for a nice fall and not too hot, but just nice and long. So I can get some more projects done and more plants in the ground, things like that. I usually plant right up to the snow, as long as the ground's workable. All right. That is mixed up. A few weeds in here because I took it off the pile. Ouch. Don't need to add them in. Okay, so we're gonna throw it, I'm gonna dump it right on there now, and then we'll put some more plants in. This one I kind of overfilled, so I just about tipped it over. So I definitely have to get some more soil, but I can throw a couple of the nepta in there. So these are the Prelude Purple. These were $3 plants. And they're purple shades. I mean, some of these are really spent. Other ones are not too bad. You can see there, we got some color. Any that already got pruned back, my spare time look a lot better, but there's still branches to cut. So I'm going to give them a trim here in the wheelbarrow, and then all of them can go in, and we'll have a bunch of these in the boulevard for some purple color. We definitely have room for the 3 of them. I'm going to take off part of the bottom here. Just Just mix that in there. There's one, ready to go. Two. And three. All right, let's put these in the ground here. These should be really, really pretty. And like I said, I'll come back with more soil and backfill these. Make sure they're covered good. All right, I think I'm gonna move this one a bit. I don't like its location right there. That's better. I'm gonna have some color there. So this gaillardia right here, it needs a prune and it could use some more soil as well. So good thing that we're backfilling. So we'll just cut it down so it can set roots in. These are pretty tough. And I'm gonna keep it back from this corner right here a little bit. So when I come along and do more sheet mulching, probably do some more tomorrow, that I can slip the cardboard underneath this one and hold it down. So I'm just gonna take this edge and pull it forward just the dirt a bit so I can easily get underneath there. Now the big thing with the sheet mulching is with the boxes you use, get as much of the tape off of them as possible. Don't feel bad though if you don't get all the tape off of them. There might be the odd piece on this one here, because as it rots and as the cardboard rots down, that tape will actually come to the surface and you just pull it out. So easy. So don't fret over that. I know a lot of YouTubers like, you got to get every piece off, and yeah, you do your best, but it will rise to the surface and then you just grab it and pull it out. Real simple. All right, let's get some plants, and we could do some right in here for some more color, something a little more of a shorter plant that fits the border. And then we could put a little bit taller ones in there. I'm thinking some yarrow maybe in that area. So I'm going to put 3 of the gaillardia orange yellow tips. These are the ones you've seen in the backyard. I'm going to put 3 of these in. And I mean, some look better than others. I cut that back hard. I'm going to put a salvia in. Looks pretty good to give it some pink. And this is the neon pink. And to add some yellow in here, because I really think it needs something to brighten it up, I am going to put in a yarrow summer lemon. And it looks really good. I cut this back a while ago, and look at how it's bounced back. Lots of nice shoots. And that's going to go further back because it's a taller plant. So we'll start with putting this one in first, then the salvia, and then the gaillardias. This should be pretty. We're shaded right now because it's a cool night, but usually this gets full on west sun. So they get some shade and west sun, so the hostas are liking it here. They're just starting to perk up. They've been in there a year. So the sleep, creep, leap thing does apply. So they're in the creeping stage. Okay, so I'm going to pull some of this off just to open this up. You can see it's root bound. That's the yarrow, if I can. Sometimes I'll use I'll use my shovel and just cut right through it rather than mess around like this, but I don't mind. All right, that looks pretty nice. Let's put this in here. Don't even have to use a shovel to put stuff in now. Just taking a little more off. They can take this. Don't be afraid. Perennials are tough. They can take a battle. And I'll just leave the roots there. Good compost. Doesn't that look good? Gives that spot of color. I'm going to put the salvia right beside it here to offset the purples. That should be pretty, hey, against the yellow. So this one's easier. It's not as crazy bad. Salvia are such a good, reliable plant. Definitely can never have enough of them in the garden. I'm planting them fairly thick, but there's some space between them. Definitely the Nepeta will take over the catnip and provide some beautiful color. The other thing, it may attract neighborhood's cats, which I don't care about, but it also deters some of the different predators too. They don't like it. One thing you can add in your garden beds if you have a heavy issue with, deer and rabbits, is you can also throw some alliums in here. A lot of pests don't like the smell of the onion, so I'm going to put some alliums in these beds too as we build these out, because we're going to go right through here and try to get as much as we can done. Can't say I'll get it all done this year, but we'll get quite a bit, and that will help deter them as well. And then we're going to put some beautiful Heliopsis in here that's tall, really tall, and I'll start working the other side. But first, let's put the worst Gaillardia in, and these are Marachi Copper, zones 4 to 9. So you can see it needs to go in nice and wet though, so it should be just fine. And I'm going to put it just here on the corner. Take quite a bit off of it. It doesn't need all that soil when it's going in. So that should help. This will be 3 right in front. And the red and the yellow, because it has a hint of yellow on the tips, will really bring out the purples in the catnip. So we'll just take a lot of this off, because really, if you look at it, it's mostly just the top where this is. And we'll just reuse it. Nice. I like the way that's coming along. One more. And you can see this one's a little more root bound and a little drier. So we're just going to put it right here on that corner. And I do have room for one more in between. Maybe I'll go grab another one. What the heck? Might as well have a party. Yeah, I'm going to grab one more. Okay. This one you can kind of see some of the colors you're going to get, but they're very faded. I left them so you could kind of see, and we'll throw it right here. And then we'll just reuse this. All right, so on my way back, I noticed that I have room for a couple more things right here. So we have pinestum there. And I know I said it wrong, pinestum. There, I said it again. So we could put something there and something there. Kind of thinking it should be color, but because we got daylilies in the background, like right there, and then we got the blue fescue there, Probably something a little shorter in here. So I'm just going to look and see what I have that would fit in there nicely. There is no better color than oranges and yellows with purple. So I am going to throw in there a yarrow in a dark orange. And right now that's not the color it'll be. They start out kind of looking goldy and then they turn to beautiful orange. And then I'm going to throw a white bleeding heart in there, dicentra, right in this area here. I'm thinking that's a good place for it. So we'll start with putting the yarrow in, and I think it's pretty dry. Yeah, but I should be able to rip it apart. Okay, and then we'll see what kind of shape the dicentra is in. These are $3 plants, Home Depot, both of them. I'll have to take it out of that pot. It's nice and wet. Pick off the dead. It's got some breakage on it, you'll see right there, so I'm just going to pick that off. But the root's still good, and that's fine for this area here. I probably should have had my shovel here. Oh, I'm breaking it up. All right. Okay, that is as full as I want that area at this time. Now it's time to water. And what's good about this is I have a sprinkler head right there. So that will water that bed nicely. And that's about as far out as I want to come with the tree. I just want to clean it up so we don't have to mow in between them and around them, and we put some color into the neighborhood because I feel like we need it. And this is a really good start. So here are my driveway containers. I haven't showed you them for a while. I cut these back. It took 2 weeks for them to regenerate. This one is looking the best out of all of them. I mean, you got to have some color in a video, don't you? And I think this fits the bill. This one over here is just coming back. You can see that we have a lot of buds in here that are just coming on. So it'll be beautiful. I do turn these pots so they're facing the east sun right now. So we'll just give it a turn, and then they're getting some south, and then the super bells here will get some of that. Listen to that bright pink. And then we'll just go over here to this one, and you can't even see the super bells or anything in it. I had a petunia here that has died, so I'll come through and clean that out tomorrow. No need to kill the plant though, it's looking good. I'll just clean that up. And then this one has some water damage, overhead watering, but it's coming back, so I'll turn it, and it looks like these are self-watering pots, so it looks like I should water these tomorrow, and I think I'll give them a feed and help. But all this area was really, you can see here, was right white and crusty. Verbena will come back from that. They will generate new shoots right there. So just pick off the dead shoots and away you go. So that is it for this video. You can see the tree is gone, has to be grinded, and things are coming together. I am loving all the color starting to come together, and I can't wait until there's color all in that border. It will be beautiful. I'm thinking maybe eventually I should put a bench in there, right in that middle spot right there. And then people can sit there. Neighbors came over on the weekend and did photos in the garden. I mean, that made me feel so good. Yeah, I was just thrilled. So it just goes to show all the hard work pays off when people want to do video shoots and stuff in your garden. Yeah, that makes it all worthwhile. And of course, you guys make it all worthwhile with your comments, your feedback, and subscribing to the channel. I do appreciate all the support. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and back to the football game. Bye, you guys.